Okay, boys and girls, we are working on a new vocabulary strategy today, and we are looking at the root of a basic word. So we're talking about some Greek and Latin roots on words. And those will often help us figure out the meaning of a word. So a root is a basic word part, usually from Greek or Latin. Most of our words come from Greek or Latin. And that carries a meaning for us. Remember when we talked about how if we see TRI, try, at the beginning of a word, it can usually indicate, like in the word triangle, it has to do with what? Three. And if you're riding a tricycle, how many wheels are in a tricycle? Yes. Three. So it has to do with three. So now we're going to talk about the Greek root bio, B-I-O, and that means life. So if you see that at the beginning of a word, it means life. Oop, kind of out of the focus there. So when we can see that, and here are some examples. For example, biology. Who's ever heard of the word biology? Maybe some of you have older brothers and sisters who are taking it in high school, or you've heard about that subject. And so biology, which is at the beginning of this word, biology, is the study of living things. And so we also have the word biohazard. What's a hazard? Something that's a hazard, yes?
Kind of like an acid spill or something.
An acid spill would be a hazard, yes?
A fire.
A fire is a hazard, yes?
A natural night.
Yes, that's a hazard. What else would be a hazard?
Like a car hazard.
Yes, what else would be a hazard?
If like you have so many cords plugged into this one thing.
Yes, that would definitely be a hazard. Juliana?
Hazard is like, it means like something, like if you're in danger.
Like if you're in danger, yes.
It will be an extreme hardship.
Yes. Yes.
Like if you have like something, well, like if something like blows up, it's like gas or like oil.
Yes, that's a hazard for sure. Mikey?
Fuel tankers, they have a hazard sign on the back of them.
Yes.
It's like hazardous.
Jensen?
So today I don't wear like goggles for when you're doing a science experiment. All the chemicals can go in your face, which to get you something very bad in your face, or putting too much chemicals together and make a reaction.
Yes, that's a hazard. Yes, Clark?
Like in my neighborhood, there's this little electric box, and it said like a hazard sign on it.
Yes. Olive?
Like a flood. You know how it's like a flood?
Yes, so some things are hazardous, so they're dangerous. So a biohazard would be something that could be dangerous to life, right? Dangerous to life. And then we have biography. Do you remember we learned what graph means? Does anybody remember what graph means when we were learning about homographs? What does graph mean? So now we could figure out. Now we've just learned what bio means. That means life. And we learned what graph means. What does graph mean? Juliana?
Graph is like pictures.
It's not pictures. It's a root word that means something. Does anybody remember what graph means? Do you remember?
Like graph.
Yes. It has a certain meaning. Do you remember?
It's like in a chart.
No. It means write. That's what that means. So this is to write about somebody's life, to write about a life. That's what a biography is. It's when you write about your life. That's a biography. So we know, so when we see bio at the beginning of something, beginning of a word, it means life. So boys and girls, bio means?
Life.
Bio means?
Life.
Bio means?
Life.
Very good. Now, and that is from Greek. That is a Greek root. Now we also have a Latin root. Many words come from Latin as well. So the Latin root vid, V-I-D, is like the Latin root vis, which we learned like in the word vision. Both mean see. That means see. We have videos. That means a recording to watch. Here it is in the word evident. That means it's easy to see. Something that's evident, we see VID in that word. That is something that is easy to see. Oh, here it is in the word provide, VID. To see what is needed and give it. So when we see VID in a word, it has a meaning. It's there for a reason. It has a specific meaning in that word, boys and girls. So when we see that, it means see. It has to do with seeing in that word. So a video is a recording to watch. The word evident means it's easy to see. Something that's evident is easy to see. When we have provide, we have VID in there. That means to see what is needed and give it. Yes, Anastasia, you have something to say about it?
If you add this to evidence, which makes this evidence, that you have foresight.
Yes, evidence. You are right. Then it is very easy to see what is needed. Excellent. So what we're going to do is I have some words that have either bio or vid in them. And we're going to practice with those words. We're going to see if we can figure them out. Okay, boys and girls? I think we could do a good job with our... Oh, there's our little name. Stop.
Even though we went before class.
Did you get two? Yeah. Okay, so now let's look at our paper. And let's see what it says. It says a root is a basic part added to the end of a base word that changes the meaning of the word. Who would like to try our first one for us? So it says use words from the word bank to complete each sentence. So let's look at those words first. We have the word autobiography. Everybody repeat them after me. Autobiography. Evidence.
Evidence.
Biofuel.
Biofuel.
Provide.
Provide.
Biologist.
Biologist.
Videographer.
Video.
Okay. Who would like to try number one for me? Who'd like to try number one? Logan?
The basketball stem was made of a blank. He follows the team from game to game.
Videographer. Or videographer. Okay, so yes, very good. So let's write that. Videographer. Very nice. Because they video the team. Number two, please, Anastasia.
After the final group, before started writing her autobiography to tell a story of her life. Autobiography.
autobiography. An autobiography is one that a person writes about their own life. A biography is one that a person writes about somebody else's life. Teddy.
Based on all the information we have seen, it is blank that the cat destroyed our couch.
Your couch.
It is evident.
Evident. Can you read that whole sentence again?
Based on all the information we have seen, it is evident that the cat destroyed our couch.
Yes, thank you. Who'd like to try the next one? Yanni. Or did you already do one, Yanni? Okay, Yanni.
Some vehicles run on blank what is made from living
Organism.
organisms. Biofuel.
Yes, biofuel. And if we don't know what a biofuel is, it gives us a hint. It tells us it's made from living organisms. Number 5, Juliana. Exene.
Exene is a blank who studies whales and other mammals that live in the ocean.
Biologist.
Biologist.
Biologist. That's a person who studies biology. Who studied biology, and then they go and they study living animals and organisms. Number 6, yes, Elisa.
I can see you need some groceries, so I'll be happy to thank them. Provide.
Provide, very good. Nice job, very nice job. Good job, boys and girls. I'll be happy to provide them. Okay, let's put a star on this. And let's put it in our folder.